This woman gained weight rapidly after becoming pregnant. Lucille suggested she control her weight, but she refused, believing it was all nutrition for the baby. When Sheila heard this, she felt helpless and just helped her with the checkup. The results showed she had gestational diabetes and that the baby was very large. Sheila suggested she give birth in the hospital, but she refused firmly. Pat believed hospitals were for sick people. Sheila had no choice but to care for her more closely. A few days later, Lucille visited for a prenatal check and found Pat doing heavy housework. After finishing, she immediately drank a glass of iced orange juice, treating herself as if she were not pregnant. Lucille also noticed that Pat was often thirsty, a typical symptom of diabetes. She urged Pat to be admitted for tests, but Pat still refused. Pat's due date passed by more than a week, yet the baby had not arrived. Lucille insisted strongly that she get checked, and Pat finally agreed. Many tests were done, and the results were very poor. But when a doctor made comments about her body shape, Pat became angry and vowed never to return to such a disrespectful hospital. A few days later, her water broke, and her contractions grew stronger. Her husband called Lucille and wanted to stay to help, but Pat sent him to work instead. The delivery was extremely hard and painful. Pat used all her strength, but she still could not give birth. 3 hours later, she was exhausted and very distressed. When the doctor arrived, he planned to use forceps to help deliver the baby, but the baby's head was too high. They had to perform surgery. Pat resisted but was still taken to the hospital. Pat gave birth to a baby weighing 13 pounds, but the baby was not very healthy and was placed in an incubator. Pat regretted not listening to Lucille's advice about controlling her weight. However, it seemed she had not fully learned her lesson. Sheila told her to lie down and rest to recover from the wound, but she soon left the hospital quietly. When she thought she was fine, sudden abdominal pain struck. Lucille checked and found the surgical incision was infected. If she had stayed in the hospital for a few more days, this would not have happened. The doctor gave her medicine, but during this time she could not bend or breastfeed, which meant she could not care for her baby. Pat felt very frustrated. Do you think Pat truly learned her lesson this time?